Goku and crew are able to beat Vegeta together, but he escapes with a newfound motivation, completely dedicating himself to training. Where will that lead him next? We'll be seeing all that and more in this 5th part of What If Goku Had a Twin. Vegeta continues his training, and on Earth, they all do the same. They know Vegeta's going to be back someday, but they'll beat him again. They did it once, they could do it one more time. But Goku's also prepared this time to fight alone because he did want to do that initially. He knows Vegeta's probably going to be much stronger, so he's got to be much stronger too, enough to fight him 1v1 with no help. And after witnessing the battle, Piccolo gets some new ideas. He's going to go to King Kai so he's not left behind. Goku, Ruta, and even Raditz were growing incredibly powerful. He needs to get beyond them. About a year passes, and at some point, Frieza finds Vegeta. This wasn't really his top priority, but Vegeta did desert him, and he's known for a while that Vegeta's been scheming. He would have killed him earlier, but Vegeta was able to escape. But this time it will be his death. If this were a year ago, Vegeta would have been concerned fighting Frieza, but now he has no worries. This is exactly what he trained for. Well, mostly to fight everyone else on Earth, but then it spiraled into something else. He realized he could be the strongest. He can grow even stronger than Frieza. He just needs to put his mind to it. He's grown vastly over this past year. He's a completely different warrior. So he welcomes a fight with Frieza. It's the first time he gets to see Frieza battle. In his first form, Frieza actually can't contend with Vegeta. He tries to read Vegeta's power level, and his scour just breaks. It's into the 7 digits. That can't be right. But Vegeta continues fighting him, and he actually does have an advantage. Vegeta's a bit taken aback once Frieza transforms, but he's not too concerned. In his second form, Vegeta could still contend. His third form gives him a little trouble. And then he sees Frieza's final form. This is where the real issues begin. And Frieza laughs. For the first time in a while, he actually was worried. He's surprised if Vegeta got that far, but clearly Vegeta didn't know the true extent of his power. He commends Vegeta for growing as fast as he did, but he's not letting Vegeta escape again. Clearly he is too dangerous. This is the end of the line. Vegeta tries his best to fight Frieza in his final form, but he can't really do much. His power level is around 3 million right now. But he's injured too, and Frieza is far beyond him even at just 50%. Vegeta can't do anything here. But Frieza makes one fatal mistake. He doesn't make the fight quick. He continues egging Vegeta on. Vegeta is brought to his knees. After all this time, all this training, reinventing himself completely with all this hard work, it still wasn't enough to fight Frieza. He should be better than this. He can only imagine how strong Kakarot's crew has grown. He probably can beat them, but now he's not going to be able to. Frieza's going to kill him before he could do anything else. And the part that stings most is the fact that he got so close to winning. He also made the same mistake Frieza did by dragging the fight out. If he just tried to kill Frieza in his first form right away without enjoying the fight, yeah, he would have been able to do it. All these negative emotions flare up within Vegeta. Frieza points a finger at his head, charging a death beam inches away from it. If it makes Vegeta feel any better, he's the first person to challenge Frieza this much. If only he stayed loyal, it wouldn't have had to come to this. But almost as if it's instinct, Vegeta lifts a hand up, grabbing Frieza's arm and crushing it, moving it away from his face, and he's actually able to push it away. Frieza can't believe the strength he's feeling. Why is Vegeta getting stronger? A golden aura surrounds his hand and then creeps its way up Vegeta's arm. He slowly stands up. It surrounds him entirely. Vegeta's not even sure what this is, but he embraces it completely. With a brilliant flash of light, Vegeta transforms, being pushed into becoming the first Super Saiyan. Frieza punches him in the face and Vegeta just takes it, not even feeling the pain. And he just smirks, grabbing Frieza's head and then kneeing him in the stomach, knocking the wind out of Frieza. It looks like all that hard work did pay off. Vegeta does enjoy himself a bit longer, but he doesn't want to prolong this fight too much. Frieza doesn't even have the chance to go full power. Vegeta grabs onto Frieza's tail, swinging him around above him, then rapidly slamming him to the ground over and over again. He lets go of Frieza midair, then punches him up into the sky. He cocks a hand back, charging green ki around it. Channeling all his power into it, he fires, calling it a final shine attack. Frieza is completely decimated by this, and Vegeta is completely drunk on power. He's gonna go to King Cold next. He thought he was a Super Saiyan before, but now he truly is a Super Saiyan. This has to be it. This transformation. This is what it is. He'll make great use of it. He doesn't even care about taking over Frieza's empire or anything. He just wants to be the strongest. First, he will need to kill King Cold, and then he's gonna go kill Kakarot and his friends. This sends Vegeta down a darker path, as he makes his way around, killing more of the Frieza force, brutally destroying all of them, leading to him killing King Cold as well. And now his final task, going back to Earth. One day Raditz feels something approaching. It's Vegeta's power. He flies over to where he thinks the ship's gonna land. And sure enough, he sees it overhead. Without even hesitating, he quickly lifts a hand up, trying to blast it right out of the sky. But at the last moment, the ship veers off course, and then Vegeta jumps out, grabbing onto Raditz's attack and throwing it right back at him. He didn't think he'd encounter Raditz first, but this is good. This will draw out the others. A fight between Vegeta and Raditz begins. Raditz has grown a lot stronger, but of course Vegeta has too, and he's holding back. Raditz is getting a pretty bad feeling, and he can kind of tell Vegeta's holding something back too. So he fights cautiously, trying whatever he can to defeat Vegeta here and now. But then they sense other powers approaching. Ruta and Goku join the fight. Goku steps up to fight Vegeta first. Not many words are exchanged. They already know what's going down here. And just like he promised, Goku is prepared for a 1v1 this time. He thanks Raditz for holding Vegeta off too, but he thinks he's got this. Goku and Vegeta start their battle, with Ruta and Raditz watching on the side, and Raditz didn't even notice. Krillin is there as well. He arrived moments later because he actually spent time trying to find Vegeta's ship. It wasn't too far away and he destroyed it. That way Vegeta's not going to be able to leave this time. Goku's battle with Vegeta goes well at first, but Vegeta slowly starts getting an upper hand. He shows more and more power. But Goku utilizes Kaioken, but Vegeta starts to power up. As Goku launches his blast, Vegeta fully powers up, simply swatting away Goku's attack, as it explodes behind Vegeta, illuminating the area and giving them a silhouette of a Super Saiyan. The light dissipates and they can clearly see Vegeta's transformed now. He does remember that technique Kakarot was using. He forgot he could enhance his power, but not like this. Even if all of them come at him at once, while enhancing their power with whatever technique that is, they can't win here. And that's because Vegeta's become a Super Saiyan. Goku and Ruta have no clue of what he's talking about, but Raditz is frozen with fear. He doesn't believe it at first, but seeing Vegeta transformed, there's no other explanation. It has to be the Super Saiyan of legend. Goku, Ruta, and Krillin are a bit confused, so Raditz explains what it is. Actually, they never really knew what it was just a rumor, but it seems now it's real. And Vegeta tells Raditz another little secret. He used this power to kill Frieza and King Cold. Raditz tells everyone around him they can't mess around. This is too much for them to handle. Goku did want a 1v1, and honestly Ruta did too. Same for Raditz. But the latter two are really cautious here, and that does kind of rub off on Goku. So together, the four of them are going to fight against Vegeta. Raditz is a bit reluctant to join, but Ruta basically drags him into the fight. Raditz isn't really sure if they could win. He does want to fight, he's not going to go down without a battle, but he's just frozen in fear at the fact that there's a Super Saiyan here, and it's someone trying to kill them. But as terrified as he is, he needs to save face. His sister's right. He needs to battle. Vegeta doesn't have perfect control over this form, not even close, but he can willingly transform into it, and while it is draining, he could still use it for a somewhat prolonged period. He hasn't really used it too much, although he has trained with it a bit, and he's confident in the abilities of this form. He fights all four of them at once. Even with Goku, Ruta, and Krillin using Kaioken, they can't really do much against him. Goku and Ruta even push Kaioken to times 20. Vegeta can sense their power significantly spike. Right now, Vegeta's base power is about 4 million, pushing him to 200 million in Super Saiyan. Goku and Ruta are at about 3 million each, and at Kaioken times 20, that's 60 million each. Raditz is at about 1 million, and Krillin's also at 1 million, but he can go into Kaioken times 10, and for very brief periods, Kaioken times 20. So even collectively at their peaks, they can't really contend with Vegeta. Vegeta can pick them off one by one to make this fight a little faster. He won't make the same mistake he did with Frieza. He's already had his fun and asserted his dominance. First he goes for Goku and Ruta, flying towards them at full speed, punching each of them in the gut. They're sent flying into a nearby cliffside. He turns to Raditz, but he's suddenly blinded. Krillin's nearby and uses a solar flare, and blindly Vegeta aims a large blast at him. It's not very powerful, but he fans it out so it could hit everything in the area. That's the only way he's going to hit Krillin while blind, and Krillin barely avoids this. Raditz then rushes in while Vegeta's blinded, hitting him with a brutal barrage of attacks, but they don't really do much against him. Vegeta's vision slowly comes back. He can barely see the outline of Raditz right now, but it's just enough to land an attack on him. With one arm he grabs Raditz's neck, and with the other he flattens his hand, piercing it right into Raditz's side, puncturing right through the same scar that Piccolo made. Vegeta then launches up into the air, throwing down random ki blasts to clear out the area, with everyone trying to duck for cover and Raditz not being able to take cover from this. And through the smoke, he could see Ruta and Goku coming towards him. He sends down another blast, immobilizing them. He then holds out a hand in front of him, charging a blast in front of it. This one much more potent than the last. Another new powerful move he's made, the Big Bang attack. He sends it flying down to Goku and Ruta. They can't move out of the way in time, but using the last of his stamina, Raditz runs in, basically tackling them out of the way, using his remaining power to push them, taking the full brunt of the Big Bang attack. The smoke clears and the Raditz is left there barely alive in the crater, still bleeding out from Vegeta's previous attack. Goku and Ruta try to stand back up, and they hear Raditz saying something. He's come to like his siblings on this planet. He never expected it to be that way, but that's how it is. He is the weakest of the three though, and he'll catch up to them one day, but to do that, he knows he can't let them die here. So he tells them one thing: kill that bastard Vegeta for him. They sense his energy fade. Raditz is now dead. Krillin's not nearby and can't hear this, but he tries to attack Vegeta, sending a barrage of small ki enzons flying at him. Vegeta can tell these are dangerous. They probably won't kill him outright, but they can probably cut into him, and Krillin's directing all of them at once. Vegeta's fast enough to dodge them, but then simply lets out a shout, causing all of them to dissipate. The Baldy's kind of annoying him, so he rockets down to the ground, aiming for Krillin. But right when he's about to reach Krillin, someone grabs onto his leg. Floating there behind him is Ruta, and then he turns to his other side as someone grabs his arm. It's Goku also floating there. This whole fight, they were trying to figure out what made Vegeta become a Super Saiyan because maybe they could do it too. But after witnessing Raditz die and almost seeing Krillin die, they figured out what it is. They felt power flaring up inside of them with those negative emotions. It must be some sort of trigger that was needed. It's unfortunate they had to find out this way, but with the geniuses they are, they're going to use it to their advantage, because they feel that power flaring up even further. Vegeta frees himself from their grasp, so they've finally reached this level, but that's not going to stop him. The fight enters a new stage, and slowly they start to wear Vegeta down. The two of them together are enough to take him on. Ruta shows off one of her new attacks here. She flings a bunch of blue blasts up into the sky. They swirl around above Vegeta, forming into a giant beam that then falls down on him. Basically her version of a Hellzone grenade, the Spirit Avalanche. And Goku takes the opportunity to launch his own attack, rushing towards Vegeta with a blast charge above his head, dunking it down on Vegeta from above, finishing the fight with 2 full power attacks. And seeing Raditz die got them both thinking. Ruta really didn't expect Raditz to change like that. Goku did, and he was really glad to see it. In the moment, it didn't even occur to them that they can just revive Raditz with the Dragon Balls. Raditz probably knew that, and that's why he sacrificed himself so easily. But still, he did put his life on the line for them. To think a Saiyan changed that much where he's acting like a real older brother here. So, what do they do with Vegeta now? He's defeated and he can't leave the planet. Krillin and Ruta think they should definitely kill Vegeta, although Goku's kind of torn. He gave Vegeta another chance, but he came back and killed Raditz. He didn't think Vegeta would become this dangerous. They had a fun battle, but is it really wise to spare him a second time? Even if Raditz can be brought back, Vegeta is just too far gone, and Ruta tries to convince Goku of this. He's still kind of reluctant, not as much as the last time, but he hesitates. And this annoys Vegeta. Just hearing them talk and act so weak. He'll make the decision easy for them. He lifts himself up. His aura surges once more, but this time surrounds him in a sphere. He'll use all of his power to self-destruct. He knows he's probably lost here, but this way, he'll take them down with him. If they're too weak-minded to kill him right now, then they'll all just die in the process. He's grown far too drunk on his power and can't accept the loss here. In his endeavor to destroy all of Frieza's army, and grow strong enough to kill Frieza too, he's gone more into his evil side, leading him down a self-destructive path. And this is where it's going to end. He wants to kill them, no matter what it takes. This isn't just about winning the fight anymore, it's just as much about destroying them. Vegeta charges his final explosion. Krillin throws a Kienzan, but it's simply destroyed by Vegeta's aura. Goku and Ruta are ready to defeat him, but they power down. They can't maintain Super Saiyan anymore, they're too worn out. They try attacking him, but Vegeta's aura wards them off. It's the last of his power, but it's still a lot of power. He slowly walks closer and closer to them. His aura expands out even further, evaporating everything around them. And now he's ready. Just as Vegeta detonates, everyone senses a power nearby. Vegeta then sees what just happened, but it's already too late. A beam of light pierces right through his chest, stopping the explosion and defusing the bomb that is Vegeta. Goku, Krillin, and Ruta turn their heads. Not too far away, they see a brilliant red glow. Piccolo's standing there, pointing his fingers out, with a smile on his face. His aim's gotten a lot better since he last tried this against Raditz. Plus, Kaioken really does help here. He kept a low profile, but he's been there most of the battle, charging this attack and waiting for the opportunity. With help from Kaioken, and the fact that Vegeta was heavily weakened here, this attack was able to kill him. Vegeta lets out his last words, reminding the Saiyans of their weakness. They had to team up to beat him. In the end, did they really win? And Kakarot hesitated. Sure, he did decide to kill Vegeta, but it was too little too late. Goku and Ruta looked down at Vegeta's body disappointed. They really didn't want to resort to this, but they knew they had no choice at this point. The two of them never met Frieza or knew much about him. They only heard stories from Raditz. But based on what Raditz told them, it seems like the same evil that consumed Frieza consumed Vegeta too. He continued the cycle of Frieza's terror, and that led to his demise. A truly self-destructive path, figuratively and literally. But they also do wonder about what Vegeta said. Are they actually weak? They beat him, but he's right. They all needed to team up. They couldn't do it one-on-one. Are they actually reaching their full potential? With that, we'll leave off here for now. What did you guys think about this part, and what's going to happen next? Leave your thoughts and ideas in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As usual, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel and shows me you want to see more videos like this. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.